Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. The MASK Thunderhawk transforming Camaro is being actively discussed again with the recent release of the new 2025 reissue from the Loyal Subjects. Now, I don't have the Loyal Subjects version in hand just yet because the hobby store in Malaysia that I ordered it from had its shipment delayed for some reason and it's expected to be in maybe this week or next week. I'm not sure. Team Toy Panic, maybe you guys can help me out here, right? But I've been receiving all the feedback from a lot of people who have received their units, and apparently for a lot of them, the new Thunderhawk that they received still has some of the main issues that the Kenner original from 1985 had, in that the Gullwing doors do not pop up straight in flight mode and tend to droop down. Now that is an annoying issue, no doubt, and the original Thunderhawk definitely had its issues. It wasn't a flawless design by any means. I've talked about the issues with the vehicle in several videos in the past as well. And in situations where the springs on the doors don't work right, sometimes you get things like this, where one of the doors just pops up by itself, okay, without provocation. However, let me tell you what the other issue the vintage Thunderhawk has that just frustrates me to no end, and that is the lasers on the wings, which tend to drop down when the vehicle is just parked stationary in its regular Camaro mode. Okay, this does happen eventually to most units. It's supposed to be up, but no, okay, it doesn't want to do that, right? It just wants to drop down. And what's maddening is the fact that it's happened to both of the vintage Thunderhawks that I have. Okay, there's just no cooperation here whatsoever. Well, this is something that I'll probably have to look into separately. But look, when it comes to the issue of the Gullwing doors popping up straight, okay, and staying up, here's the thing, okay, when you look at the packaging box for the 1985 Kenner original Thunderhawk, you'll notice that on all of the product photography on the box, nowhere is it shown to you that the wings can actually go all the way up. They're always crouching, they're always drooping downward. Okay, they show you all these photos here of how the vehicle operates, how you just press the transformation button and the wings go up, but the wings are just sort of like drooping. Guys, in fact, the only place on the entire box where you actually see the wings on the Thunderhawk properly upright is on the fantasy artwork that's depicted on the front here, okay? The fantasy artwork action sequence that you see here, okay, this is the only place, all right, where they actually show you the wings of the Thunderhawk properly up. But the good news is, if the wings on your Thunderhawk have drooped down after years, decades of playing with it, you can get them straightened out, as I'm going to show you in this video. Now, in some videos that I've seen, they've actually disassembled the entire Thunderhawk. Okay, they've opened up the screws, they've taken apart the entire thing, and I guess you could do that if you wanted to, or maybe you could just do it this way first and see if it works for you. Okay, now the first thing you need to do is remove the springs from the tabs on the underside of the doors. Okay, just unhook them on both sides and then leave them as they are for now. Next, carefully remove the doors from their slots on the top of the roof. Actually, you can probably work on the springs without removing the doors, but it's easier if you can see what you're doing. Just be careful when handling everything, because this is, after all, a 40-year-old toy. Okay, so now you see the springs exposed, and this is what you'll be working with. Next, take a small plier and pull at the spring gently, stretching it out as much as you can towards the front end of the car, towards the windshield area. Just stretch it out as much as possible. Okay, do this on both sides. Do it carefully, all right? You don't want the spring to break. I don't think it will, all right, but still. Okay, but just do it carefully. You'll see that the springs will work a lot better after you stretch them like this. Now look at this, okay? They've already achieved a much more solid bounce to them. Now it's time to test out the transformation feature. So get the doors fitted back in carefully, push the springs back into their tabs, and trust me guys, you are going to be in for a real treat. This Thunderhawk is going to be popping its wings just like the day it first came off the assembly line. Okay, you guys ready? Watch this. Yes! Okay, I knew that it was going to pop up beautifully, all right? Now, if you see the wings going up like that, then congrats, you did it. Okay, your Thunderhawk is working as good as a brand new unit. Now, of course, this is not a permanent situation, and after several dozen tries, the springs will definitely lose their tension again. So, what you have to do is just repeat the process again. Just start it all over again, and that's how it has to be. And maybe some of you guys don't need to be playing with this every other minute. You don't need to be transforming it every other day. You just want a good looking Thunderhawk with its wings firmly up for display. Well, this will get you there. Okay, so that's the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if it was helpful to you. Drop all your comments below. Support the channel as always, and I'll talk to all of you again real soon. Thank you. Take care out there.